Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's Shenanigans Statesman of the Statesman. And now, here is the proprietor and president of the Shenanigans and the elder statesman of Rant and Rave podcast, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 2354 of the show. This is episode 24 of Shenanigans Statements of the Statesman, where every end of the month I give my assess report about the month, about each and every month that I've gone through on this show. So it is the month of June, as you know. June has, I'll tell you what, ever since my job change from outside to inside, it does get a little bit easier, but here, you have a routine down and everything else. But here's the kicker. Now that June comes around, you would think that, I'm thinking back in my mind, I don't know when, but because of the budget that we have at my job and all that, and the hours budget, I'm still remaining to work 5 days a week. And, but here's the upside of it, is that now with June almost over and now going into July, the Whalen City Festival, I can have time to rest up, get up, do my Card Shark videos, and then I'll head out the door for the festival that starts in noontime each. But this is a unique situation for me this year. I don't know if I'm going to spend a lot of time at the festival because we have a lot of wrestling events that are coming up in July. The Great American Bash on Saturday at 3, and then you got Saturday night's main event. Saturday's main event and Evolution are the night events. I'm probably going to watch that. Possibly when I get home from the Whalen City Festival, I'll catch up on NXT's Great American Bash, and then jump into Saturday night's main event, and then we'll find out what the heck is going on there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live react on Great American Bash, but Saturday night's main event and Evolution I probably will. We'll see what happens. There's been a lot of stuff. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on. It is pretty much a crazy situation. My work's been a little bit crazy. You got people trying to knock in, trying to want to come in, but I tell people I don't have the authorization to let people in willy-nilly because of the fact that we have a policy about that, and I think someone, it's 2025, about 12 years ago, someone from our crew actually let someone in the mall, and I think security asked them, how did you get in? They said, the black guy let us in, and then he got called in the office, and he ended up getting fired for that. So that's the thing that I'm trying to avoid, and because a mall has a policy. Ever since the pandemic happened, we had to change a few things at the mall. We decided not to open up the mall early anymore. We decided to, not let anybody in until after 9 o'clock to walk around the mall or to make deliveries. When it comes to making deliveries, you have to report to the theater because the theater entrance, because security is right there. Report, if you want to come in and do that, you have to report to security because last year we had a couple of break-ins, a few break-ins already. So that's the thing that we need to avoid. This year we're trying to make our mall safe, and some people give me dirty looks about it, and I said, listen, I'm sorry, but this is the way the mall is. I always tell people, if you have a problem with it, you take it up with mall management and mall security. They're the ones that put the rules in place. I don't call the shots. I don't have the authority to let people in. You're going to have to be patient and wait because folks, not too many folks don't understand is that it's because I have a walkie-talkie, and it doesn't mean I have the authority. I am not the authority. Blue shirts are the security. Red shirts, we're housekeepers. Housekeepers do nothing except clean. That's our job. We clean. We don't do anything else. it's like it's ridiculous, you know. It's like people is being ridiculous, and they shoot me dirty looks, and I'm like, don't shoot the messenger, kid. I'm just a housekeeper. I don't have that authority. I'm sorry. We have like I said, people have a problem. Take it up with the proper people. Take it up with management. You know, they're the ones that made the calls and made the shots. I just follow them. You know, and I try reinforcing them. It's not fun for me to tell people, hey, I'm sorry you can't come in. You know, but if you can't come in this entrance. You have to go in the theater entrance the other way. We don't open up the rest of the doors until 9:45. You know, like I said, I'm sorry. I feel bad because that's how that's how we have that's how it is. You know, if people are upset with it, I'm sorry. You know, people are crazy, and people have been crazy all over the place, man. You know, let's see what else did. Oh, what is it? The 21st of June. There's a couple Saturdays. In fact, it was the week before, a couple weeks ago, a couple Saturdays ago. We went to my sister's to celebrate my nephew's 4th birthday. And who would have thought a week after that, my sister, and she posted it on Facebook, so it's okay, and her announcement is that I am now, once again, an uncle for the 10th time. 10th time. Because I found out my brother Michael had a couple kids after his daughter, so technically I'm a 10-time uncle, and so my sister gave birth to a baby girl, and only 8 pounds 7 ounces, I think. Her name is Riley Ryer, I think it was. I gotta look it up again because I want to congratulate my sister Jewel and my brother-in-law Jesse. Wonderful guys. Really proud of you. Congratulations. So we celebrated one birthday, and then all of a sudden now another person's born. So we got back-to-back birthdays in June to deal with. I'm sure there'll be a joint birthday. I think that's what they should have done. A joint birthday. Get all the horses in one cart. Put all the apples in one cart, or kill 2 birds, 1 stone, and everything else. So, and also, my sister, her dog had puppies, and this goofball Zeus, their goofball dog. Oh my goodness. You would think that we should have kept. You also kept me busy playing with him with the ball. We didn't have to worry about. Now we get puppies, so they're keeping 2, so they're gonna get more pets in the house. And then we found out why their cat Dinah is now not allowed in the house because he keeps peeing all over everything. So that's funny. So yeah. On the way, that's what the funny thing is. On the way to Connecticut, my dad put on some Beach Boys. He had a Beach Boys Greatest Hits CD. I remember when my father had a Beach Boys 8-track, and it said "Endless Summer." That was, and it was appropriate too because both of the sofas last week were talking about Beach Boys, and then it was like when Brian Wilson passed away, and he was like the last of the Wilson brothers to go, and now all Wilson brothers are gone. Only left was Mike Love and Al Jardine. They're the only 2 original Beach Boys members. Members left, and you got that. It is something. We just finished Night of Champions. It looks like everybody got back from Saudi Arabia safely. It's that's what I like about like I said, everybody got, we have a king and queen in the ring, Cody Rhodes and Jay Cargill. Crazily enough, they were from AEW. Boy, we take 2 talents that worked at AEW, and boom, they're king and queen in the ring. I know a lot of people don't like Jay Cargill and all that. I always thought that. I think Jay Cargill's still a little bit of green, but she's going to have to really pick up her game a little bit in the wrestling department if she wants to become a champion in the WWE. I know she's already a former women's tag team champion. She's also a queen in the ring now, so it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. So, and you got Cody Rhodes winning King of the Ring. You know WrestleMania rematch is happening at SummerSlam, so it could be just a grudge match and all that. So that's going to be very interesting to see what happens this coming Friday on SmackDown. Friday is July the 4th, and I think Brandon Martin had because we're going to be doing Monday Night Raw, less than 3 hours away from that, and you're going to live react to that. The reason why Brandon Martin had a theory on that, and he said that because of July 4th, they want to give everybody some time off and all that, and that's fine, So there's that. So with Night of Champions out of the way, everybody came back from Saudi Arabia safely, which is good to hear. There's no news is good news, so as they say. So you got that going. So we're gonna worry about Great American Bash. We got Evolution. A match is already happening there. The NXT Women's title on the line, as JC Jane defends it against Jordan Grace. They could have had the Queen of the Ring tournament at Evolution instead of Night of Champions, but that's what they should have done. But it is what it is. So the last Evolution they got, you had Toni Storm winning the Mae Young Classic in 2018. Shayna Baszler getting the title back from Kairi Sane. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes around this time around, because Toni Storm's in AEW doing her thing, doing very successful, I might add. Will we see the women of TNA, the TNA Knockouts get involved in Evolution? Will we see the AAA ladies, and there's some ladies in AAA, getting involved in this tournament, in Evolution as well? I think it's going to be a different Evolution. We'll see what happens. A lot of people want to see Evolution back. Evolution will be taking place, and it's going to be during the time of the Whalen City Festival. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see what else happened. I bought a few games I bought a few games as well. It was announced that the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection will come out. We don't know when, but I've got a hunch. And since I remember it was a couple of years, was it last year, they announced the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, and it was in June. And then, September, it came out digitally, and then you got the physical copy coming out in November, which is really cool. Let's see, what else is there? I'm trying to think. What else happened in June? Red Sox have been let's look at the Red Sox. Let's talk about them for a few minutes. They've been struggling. And the biggest shock this month for the Red Sox was the trade of Rafael Devers. Now, it's one thing to let your ego get out of control. But if your ego's hurting the team, you have to go. And Rafael Devers, people say, it's a mistake for him for them to trade Rafael Devers. Folks, here's the deal. If you have an ego problem and you can't keep it in check because of everything that's been going on and everything else, you got to go. A lot of people, listen. I'm shocked and a little upset that Rafael Devers got traded, but it was his ego. His ego was the problem, and his ego cost him. His ego had cost him a spot on the team, and they had no choice but to trade him and let the Giants eat up that contract. That's the thing. That's the deal right there. There's no way to get him going around it. I know. Listen. I know we lost our... guys, here's the deal, all right? For those of you complaining they want our teams to win. We lost our championship mojo when Tom Brady left New England back in 2020, before the pandemic even happened. And post-pandemic, even the Bruins and the Celtics have tried to jump into the championship picture, and they have failed many times, except for last year when the Celtics finally won it in 2024. But now with Jason Tatum hurt and out for the rest of the season, we didn't have a shot of repeating trade everybody away. Porzingis is gone. J. Rue Holiday's gone. You know? Well, Al Horford be next. I mean, Bruins trade away Brian Marchand. Look at him now, you know? You know, the Bruins want to talk to Brian Marchand about, you know, for him to come back to the team. Who knows? You know? So, yeah, we lost, you know. So, face it, folks, until our ownerships get right back, because I think they let those championships get to their heads to the point where, oh, we don't need to win any more championships. We'll use the money what we want for the championships and spend it on something else than other than our own teams. Until our ownerships realize and understand that, hey, we got to get back to what got us the championships, we're not going to win anymore. Because our ownership's got their heads so far up their rear ends that, hey, we're not winning any championships. And the Red Sox, I don't think we're going to win a championship this year. Train away Devers. We lost 2 out of 3 games to Toronto. And now we got the Cincinnati Reds coming into town. And they got one of their best prospects going tonight against Garrett Crochet at Fenway. So it'll be a very interesting situation, to say the least. So, let's see. What else did happen? It's been a crazy month, but you know what? I'm looking forward to what July is going to bring. Like I said, the Whalen City Festival. You got the events. Great American Bash, Saturday night's main events, Evolution, and all that good stuff. And then you got the Whalen City Festival in the middle of all that. So it's going to be crazy. Oh, yeah. Also, episode 300 of Rant and Rave will be coming a week from this coming Thursday. So I'm looking forward to it, seriously. I'm looking forward to it. Seriously looking forward to it, to see what happens, and I'm totally excited. So that is all of the Shenanigans Statesman of the Statesman for June of 2025. What will July 2025 bring? Who knows? I know 3 years ago we weren't living in this house. We had to go somewhere else to live while our house was being fumigated from lead, but it was all mind games from these stupid home inspection crappy people. People are so crappy nowadays. It's like if you're so hard up for money that bad, you should drum up business better. You know, what are you, the Three Stooges? You know, you put stuff in you put pests in the house, and you say, hey, we'll clean out your house for you. Oh my goodness. So I just thank God that whole ordeal was over 3 years ago. Now that I'm here, up here, in my brand new room, really excited. I'm just having so much fun. So let's see what happens in July, shall we? So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so that in less than 2 hours, Bofus and the Sofas will be here on YouTube. Check them out if you can. But then, interesting enough, the interesting situation is that halfway through Bofus at 6 o'clock, we're gonna Brandon, Jordan, and myself will probably live react to Monday Night Raw special start time in Pittsburgh. That's right. Fallout from Night of Champions. That means the talent's got all back safely. As you know, some of the talent are injured, so they probably won't be able to make an appearance, like Liv Morgan. What are they going to do with the women's tag team title situation? Will Raquel Rodriguez pick Roxanne Perez to be Liv Morgan's replacement? If Liv Morgan refuses to get Roxanne Perez as the replacement, they would have to relinquish the women's tag team titles, and it'll be something big for Evolution if that's the case. Like I said, will the TNA Knockouts get involved since they're working with the WWE? Will AAA girls get involved since they got acquired by WWE? Who knows what is going to go happen? Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Evolution. I have a good feeling something like this something big is going to happen. We'll find out tonight from Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. They'll be both on at Raw. So, get ready, ladies. Okay. Huh. Can't fight. That's what I mean by that. What do you think it means, Okay. Anyways, that's all. Like I said, that's all the time we have on the show for today. And we're hoping to, like I said, we're live reacting to Monday Night Raw earlier, 6 o'clock starting time. Both of us will be on at 5, though. Check them out. And I'm going to try to watch both of us on my phone and try to live react to Monday Night Raw. Let's say live reacting to both of us. That'll be a lot of fun. Hey, what's going on? Hey, you guys are on TV. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. Shenanigans Statements of the Statesman, episode 24 is done. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.